My name is AJ. I'm a vision engineer here at Hartfiel Automation, and I'm here with Alex LeGros.
Hi, my name is Alex LeGros. I'm one of the outside salesmen up here in Minnesota. Today we're going to be looking at the SICK Ruler 3000 and going over some dimension and angle tools and some AI anomaly as well. So let's go. Hello, my name is Alex LeGros with Hartfiel Automation. I will be teaching you a little bit about the Ruler 3000 vision system from SICK. We'll be using the anomaly detection here today, looking at some wood blocks, taking some measurements of angles and distance from the edges here, so I'll show you how that's done. First, we're going to want to create a job. Right now, those are not the images, so we will go over to the wood blocks, and they should come up, popping up here. There we go. There's our first wood block 3D image. So, as you can see, we got some lines here. We got the edges. We're going to update the reference image here and start adding the tools in. First thing you're going to want to do is to locate the object. So you're going to use the analysis locate object locator. There you're going to go, and we got to take it and encapsulate the thing that we're looking at by dragging this over like so. Boom. All right. Oh, see, we're not on it, so we're going to drag that down a little bit. Boom. So now we have an object that is located. From there, we're going to want to grab all the edges. We're going to make this actually just a little bit bigger now. There we go. That's just in case the wood block moves in the images. So now we're going to, from the object locator, we're going to add a locate tool, as in line filter. So what you're going to want to do is, you see these arrows here. I like to start from left to right and then top to bottom, because that's going to come into play when you're going to have to remember which sides you did here. So you're going to want to orientate this box with the arrows pointing at the edge that you're looking for. There we go. And we have a good edge right there. I'm going to actually drop this down a little bit. There we go. Okay, we're going to turn off the object locator there. So we got our first line, locate, shape. Let's go, let's look for another line. Oops, that's not the right line filter. Delete that. Apologize. And look for shape. Line filter. That's the one that we're looking for. Again, we're just rotating that box around so we have these arrows pointed at the edges that we're looking at here. So let's drag that over. Drag that down. See, we're not even close to that, so boom. There we go, we got another edge. So there's our first two edges. Got a couple more to do here. This one we're going to look for the top. There we go. And then our last one here. So shape, line filter, rotate it one last time around. Moving it back. All right. There we go. So now that you see we got the 4 lines, and now we can add some measurement tools to those. So we're going to add tool, measure. Let's find the angle first. So if you remember, we started with, that would be line 0, line 1, 2, and 3. So let's start with line 0 and line 2. All right. See, right now it's showing our actual degree is 88.3. We were looking for a 90-degree angle, and let's set our tolerancing to plus or minus 3 degrees. All right. So as you see, it just lit up green because we had changed that to 3, which gets that 88.3 in there. And then we're going to add one more tool here, and we're going to just do a measurement tool, distance, and we are going to do line filter 1 and line filter 3 and line filter 2. That'll give us both edges, and there you go. So 152.759 millimeters long. We're going to say the expected distance was 152, and we're going to give it a roughly 1/4 inch tolerance. So there you go. Again, we are looking good here. So we got our dimensions, we got all our lines picked out and what we're looking for, so the angle. So now that we're going to go to playback here, and then that's going to bring in all our images. So line 3. So the edge detection is a little low, so we're going to just drop that down here. That's all green, we're good there. And just gonna go through all these images, see where we're falling a little short there, and then just start picking those edges back up for the different images. Ooh. So this one looks like our line detection, object detection is a little off here. Alright. So our match score is off, so we're going to lower that one too. There we go. Now we're all good here. Keep flowing through the images. There we go. So now we're just picking up all the images. There we go. Angle. So this one is 87, so we're actually outside the threshold. So even though that it is saying that we got a bad image, we know that is outside the threshold, so we're gonna just keep on going. Same with that one. We got another bad angle. Line filter 3. Edge detection. There we go. And again, outside the reference. So we are going to keep on moving through. So now that we have all the lines added and our measurements tools added in here, and we're getting all the good information off that, we're going to add one more tool, and it's called the AI Anomaly tool. And what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to, because this part's going to be jumping around the screen, you're going to want to put it underneath the object locator. So it's go over here to add tool, verify AI anomaly detection. So there you go. We got the box where it will be looking for anomalies in. So we're going to want to extend that across the top plane of that board. Once we have that in there, you'll have to train some images for the software to know which ones are good, which ones are bad. So let's add some active images, or add some images so the software can detect it. This one is good. Let's keep strolling through here. Playback. That one's, so see how this one has some scuffs on it? That one's actually going to be a bad image. So let's add that to the bad image category. And keep on moving through. Add image. Line. Alright. That's right, because that is too long. It is not picking up that. So let's... There we go. Back to AI Anomaly. I'm going to train this. Oops, sorry. And we're just getting close to the end here. Let's find one more with a bad image. There we go. Or add that in. Alright, so now that we have our images, so the software can train itself, we're going to go hit the train button. But first, let's do the visualization range. We're going to drop that low, a little lower. That way, you'll get a nice heat map of where it's looking at when it sees sees an anomaly. Let's go tool performance. We're going to turn that up to, let's just go 30 there. Turn off the strict matching and confirm. Right now it's doing its thing, trained it. As you can see, it's going to pop up that shows a nice little heat map of where it sees the defect, and we can rifle through the images here, and you'll see where it picks up some more. So right there, you got an image. So what do you do with that now? How do you export it? So you can go down to communications, and here's how you communicate that. So you have the several different options. So either just image collection, connect it to a digital output, or Ethernet IP, or VNet, or send as a string. So multiple ways to get this software to communicate with your digital input. So in this case, you might have a rejection cylinder to push this off to the side. You put that as a digital output to fire that valve to kick on the cylinder to push that over. So that is a quick rundown on 6 vision software and the Ruler 3000 from SICK. If you have any questions, please reach out to your factory rep, and they'd be happy to go over things with you. Thank you very much for listening to me, and have a wonderful day.